I think honestly the real reason why this movie is so good is because it kind of solves the problem of superhero movies. Because like most of the time, we were talking about it. When you watch like a Marvel movie, it's Endgame, it's Infinity War, whatever it is, it's always like world destruction. Like the world is gonna get destroyed by the villain's random weapon they have. But when you're watching the movie, you as an audience, you're sitting there watching it thinking, okay, I know they're not gonna fucking blow up the world. Clearly, we know Earth is still around. They're gonna make a sequel. They're gonna save the day. So like the stakes, you don't feel the stakes that much. You know what I mean? But in this movie, they like take the stakes down so much lower to where it's not about Joker destroying Gotham. It's about Joker destroying the soul of Gotham. He brings it up at the end whenever he's dangling him. Batman's dangling him from the building. They're both fighting for like control of the soul of Gotham. Batman wants the soul to be like he wants hope back. He wants Harvey Dent to be that knight, the white knight that protects Gotham. But the Joker wants the soul to be corrupted and chaos and evil, and wants the criminals to actually be thriving again because he just wants the chaos and the anarchy. So if the final scene is whenever there's two ferry boats and they're both rigged with bombs, and the Joker has a social experiment going on where it's either the criminals have a detonator, the civilians on the other ferry have a detonator, and each of them can choose to kill the other one to save themselves. And so he's really pitting like. He's proving a point saying that the civilians are actually the ones that are dirty. Like you think they're good, they're not. They're going to want to kill the prisoners because they're just prisoners. They're criminals. They're killers. They're murderers. They're thieves. Who gives a fuck about them? They literally are ruining our city, so let's just kill them. All the civilians believe that. Like they all, like the majority of them voted. But on the flip side, the prisoners didn't vote that way. They were like actually, some of them were obviously, but
they didn't actually have a system of voting.
No, and
it was the civilians that actually like thought about it, voted, like had a system of how they were going to kill the criminals.
Yep. And the biggest, baddest criminal there is the one that throws away the detonator, saying like, "This isn't our choice. Like we're not going to do this."
Yeah. Did you recognize that actor? Sorry, it's
he looked
Debo from Friday.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
yes.
It's a crazy role for him to have, and it's awesome, and he kills it. But anyways.
So the Joker brings the stakes down within the social experiment, and the superhero movie, again, going back to that, it's like always going to be world ending. You don't believe it because obviously they're not going to destroy Earth. But in this movie, the Joker very easily could blow up both ferries. Christopher Nolan could write to where the Joker actually blows up those ferries. So the stakes are higher because you're actually thinking like, oh shit, what are we going to do? Or what are they going to do? Because before that, Rachel gets killed. So they're willing to kill people. There's a lot of like crazy deaths throughout it, so like that the stakes are high. Christopher Nolan's not scared to like kill off some characters that are beloved.
Yeah.
So when it's two fairies, like you could think the Joker could win. So the stakes are higher. You feel it almost, which solves that Marvel movie problem that they always have. They didn't learn from the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So to go off of that, you're absolutely right. The way that was like so. Just like, damn, like this could happen is because of what you said about Rachel dying. Because, so you haven't seen the first one, whatever. All you have to know is that the first one is pretty much building up the fact that like Bruce Wayne and Rachel are going to end up together. This is a superhero movie. The superhero will end up with her. So for old Chrissy boy to just kill off the love interest of Batman halfway through the second movie of a trilogy. It's already known that it's a trilogy.
You would think that would be the climax.
Right.
But it's not. No, so you're like, oh shit, what's going to happen next?
You would think that would be like a brutal ending going into the third movie. When in fact, he just does it halfway and then like shows you the after effects like in the same movie, which is genius. There's no cliffhanger of like, what's Batman going to do now that Rachel's dead? No, there's still like an hour plus left. And there's a lot of damage to be done. Joker still hasn't been caught. So once you do that, you take all sense of decency out of the movie and what characters might decide to do. And even with the ferry scene, I think the citizens and the prisoners, like they clearly don't know what's going on. But I bet, like in the Joker's twisted way, like if the civilians had pressed their detonator to blow up the prisoners, it would have blown their boat up.
Probably.
Or it
No,
would
I
have
don't
just,
think it would have.
or it would have just blown both of them up because it's like, yeah, nobody like deserved to die. You know?
I think the Joker actually was truthful in that one scenario because if the civilians, so this kind of goes back to the Joker wanting to take control of the soul of Gotham. If the civilians are the ones that blow up the criminals' boat, he can push that narrative in Gotham of how the civilians are the corrupt ones, and then chaos ensues. No matter what happens, that's like the whole point. Is like that scene. The stakes are so high, not because the Joker could blow up both. That does make the stakes high, but you really feel it because with whatever happens, the Joker wins. Whoever blows up that boat, the Joker wins. The criminals blow up the boat. Well, maybe not. Maybe the criminals blow up the boat. Maybe if the criminals blow up the boat, the chaos wouldn't go crazy. But I think the Joker's betting on the civilians doing it. And so if the civilians did blow up the boat, then again, you can push that narrative of Gotham is a corrupt city, and he proves Batman wrong. Like, there's no hope in the city. Even the good people that you're fighting to protect are also the evil ones too.
Yeah.
So the Joker wins in either scenario. So like that thematic, scene obviously of taking the soul of Gotham hits so hard because again, it's whatever happens, the Joker wins.
Yeah. I just honestly, like when I really think about it, like after you watch a movie like this and see a character who his motives are, I don't know, he tells you like different things of like what he's trying to do. But at the end of the day, like this is just some psycho that's like a genius. There's really no, I think one of the points that you can take away is like there's just no point in trying to predict what he would do, which I feel like, because did Christopher Nolan write this one? Is that what you told me?
Him and his brother.
Yeah. I feel like that would be so hard, but also so fun to do. Like as you're writing a character is like, how do we make this guy like so unpredictable?
Yeah.
Like even we don't even know like what he should do or like what he's trying to go after. Like he says like, it's about sending a message.
Yeah.
Okay, but like what? Like that all people are bad? Like, okay, that's...
He's trying to prove Batman wrong. Batman's whole philosophy is that there's hope and he's trying to be the one that saves Gotham, and he finally is getting Gotham like in order. Like the cool thing about the Joker is that like Batman's kind of successful. Like Harvey Dent literally comes in hot and arrests 500 people. 500 plus people at once. Crazy. So now like a large chunk of those criminals that are working in Gotham are now out of the streets. And so they're kind of getting successful. But that births the Joker. Because Batman thinks he has it figured out, I think. Because the Batman, he understands these criminals just want money. Let's just stop the money source. The criminals are gone. It's simple. It's easy. But the Joker's like, no. That's not how simple crime is. He's like, I want to send a message. I don't want money. I don't give a fuck about that. I want chaos. And that's what makes the Joker such a hard villain for Batman to defeat in this movie. It's because the Batman doesn't even understand that idea. He's like, wait, what? You just want to destroy the world? What kind of fucking crazy person are you?
Yeah.
So he can't even fathom that. He's never even faced that type of criminal before. And so that's why he's so effective, because he's like unpredictable. He doesn't live by a code at all. He has like no code. He can contradict himself. He tells different stories. He lies all the time. Again, he lies all the time with like his him talking about his like mouth.
He has all the different stories.
There's like 3 different stories he tells. I guess there's 2, but he's about to tell Batman a 3rd one probably when he's got him on the ropes.
It's man, it's one of those movies where it's kind of hard to talk about it like this, like, because there's really no critique I have of it. I mean, you can dive deep into like what the message is, but it is clear, like in a way, it's showing like even the best can be brought down.
Yeah, because the movie's theme and message is very obvious, but that doesn't take away from it how great it is. How It doesn't take away from how much it impacts you and how much it makes the movie such a good movie to watch.
No, I mean every scene in this movie is like perfect.
Yes, bro.
Just there's not one scene that didn't need to be there. There wasn't one scene that needed to be added.
There's not one line of dialogue that you should take away.
Everything is important, and you just have to appreciate. Like thinking about somebody like actually writing a movie like this, it's crazy. That's a crazy zone to end up finding yourself in.
But that's like, this is again going back to the Marvel movies. Like they write lazily by making it easy to like set the stakes high. Let's just destroy the world. But the Dark Knight dives deep into the humanity of like the Batman. Like he has to face the Joker forces him to face his one moral issue is that he won't ever kill anybody. But the Joker pokes at it, and the Joker even strips Batman's strength away from him.
Yeah.
It's like whenever Batman's beating the fuck out of him, the Joker's laughing. He's like, you can't stop me with my strength. Or you can't stop me with your strength. because the Joker doesn't give a fuck. Like everything that Batman has that he uses, he intimidates people. He's strong. He's brutal. The Joker doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't phase him. So like the Batman has such a hard time trying to defeat him because like there's everything he has in his arsenal. Because obviously you just kill him and problem solve. But Batman doesn't do that. He intimidates you, scares you, but the Joker's not scared of it. So it's the hardest like villain for Batman to get after.
Yeah, and really, like this does show kind of the best way of like how humanity would react in a situation like this, because at the end of the day, like at the end of this movie, Commissioner Gordon like goes on to say he's like 5 dead, 2 of them cops. Like in superhero numbers, like that's not a lot, and like you said, in Marvel movies, like stakes are like at 1 million. Like how do we make sure 1 million, maybe 1 billion people don't die? But this is showing that in real life, like if a city is under attack by like this unknown organization that's coming through on every promise that it's making, every single one of them, and like 5 people die, and you have like powerful people, a judge, the commissioner, 2 cops. I mean, it's a lot of people. Hospitals are being blown up.
Yeah.
News anchors are being
held
put
hostage
on camera and hung upside down. Like this is showing like why the National Guard gets brought out. It's like, oh my God, the city has completely lost it. This is something like that would truly be terrifying in real world. Like if Dallas were to be under attack
by the Joker.
Yeah, by any organization that like is on the news saying like, by the way, like, people will die, and it just keeps happening, because I think in this movie, it looks like it all pretty much takes place in like a week.
It's not like a long.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a long time.
It can't be, because the whole thing it's the Joker timeline, and I think so. Yeah, it's got to be 5 days that this whole thing, because Joker says every day that you don't show your face, like people will die.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of it, Commissioner Gordon's like 5 people dead, and obviously there's a lot more, but we're talking like the deliberate like promise deaths.
Yeah,
there were 5. So this all takes place in 5 days.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cocaine must be insane in Gotham City.
Joker's the kingpin, bro. He's got it. He's got the best shit ever.
No. All of them. Batman is definitely juiced up. Commissioner Gordon, are you kidding me? With his like corrupt police department, like they're definitely blowing down before they go hit the streets.
Batman's got something special. He's got like Compound V or something. He doesn't have cocaine. He's got something extreme. He's got that technologically. Lucius cut him up something good.
He's got that. Yeah, he's got that $1 billion. Like, we don't even know what kind of drugs are out there until you reach that level.
Yeah,
but yeah, on top of that, Christian Bale, obviously one of the greatest actors that we will ever see in our life. This is honestly, I mean, nobody ever has complained about this trilogy, but people are like making the comparison now to Robert Pattinson's Batman, which great Batman, a great adaptation. Great. But like their big thing was, in this new Batman, it's like showing like how good of a detective he is, which I agree. I do like that they like went for the spin. In this movie, you see him play detective a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and you get to see like every perfect, like why Batman is like the coolest superhero really. It's like, cause he doesn't have superpowers, but he still gets shit done cause he's smart. He's like, obviously like,
jacked.
He knows how to fight. Yeah, he knows how to fight. He's jacked.
Ra's al Ghul trained him.
Yeah, but like he is a detective.
Right.
Like, so like it's just the Joker's like crazy. And he's honestly, Christian Bale kills it as Bruce Wayne, which is a big part of like the character in the Batman. And it's just crazy to see that range. Like he can go from being like very serious to being like the cocky billionaire and like quick scenes. It's just.
I love him being the cocky billionaire. Like whenever he's with Harvey Dent, he just like suns him the whole time.
Just
like the first scene.
The shit out of him
let's
the
play
whole
that scene. That's the best because the way he talks to him is just like so, like every little quip he has. Because it's cool. Because like with this scene, going back to like honesty, writing honestly. You can make this scene whenever Bruce Wayne meets Harvey Dent. You can make the scene where it's like Bruce Wayne is gonna say things to him and challenge him in ways that are just like Batman style or maybe not real, but the way he challenges him is not as like a superhero character, not as a Batman character. He challenges him as like a man.
Yeah.
Which is honestly like, if Bruce Wayne was a real person, this is how he would test Harvey Dent in this scene.
Rachel, fancy that.
Yeah, Bruce. Fancy that.
Rachel, Natasha,
Brings
Rachel.
a hot
Natasha.
ballerina dancer too.
Are you the
Prima ballerina for the Moscow Ballet.
Wow.
He's a
Harvey's
player.
taking me next week.
Really? So, you're into ballet?
Boom.
Bruce.
There's one.
This is Harvey Dent.
The famous Bruce Wayne. Rachel's told me everything about you.
Does he know that Rachel dated Bruce? Does Harvey
No.
Dent know that?
No.
He doesn't?
No, because he makes the comment later on to Alfred. He's like, any ex-boyfriends I should know, or any crazy ex-boyfriends I should know about?
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, I remember that.
I certainly hope not. So, let's put a couple tables together.
Immediately
sure that
ruins their
they'll let
date.
us.
Oh, they should. I own the place.
Owns the
How
place.
could you want to raise
Another one.
children in a city like this?
Well, I was raised here. I turned out okay.
Is Wayne Manor in the city limits?
You know, as our new DA, you might want to figure out where your jurisdiction ends.
I'm
Boom.
talking about
Another
the kind
one.
of city that idolizes a masked vigilante.
Gotham City is proud of an ordinary citizen standing up for what's right.
Gotham needs heroes like you, elected officials, not a man who thinks he is above the law.
Exactly.
Whoever the Batman is, he doesn't want to do this for the rest of his life. How could he? Batman is looking for someone to take up his mantle.
I love that because right before the scene, it was never, Alfred's telling Batman, he's like, know your limits. He's telling Bruce Wayne, know your limits. Like, the Batman has no limits. And you see Bruce Wayne's body just beat to shit, bro. Scars, bruises, a dog just rip his arm apart. And so, like, he is tired. Batman is tired. He's like, dude, like, I can't do this alone. Like, I fight every fucking night, bro. And this shit is getting kind of better, but, like, not really.
He's still just a man.
He's still just one man. And so seeing Harvey Dent actually prove himself here, and like after all the challenges, after all the stuff, he's still up there like saying what he wants for Gotham. He's like the White Knight for Gotham. Like, he's praising Batman. Obviously, he knows it takes a little bit of like rough effort to fix the city. So like Batman here is like staring, or Bruce Wayne's here staring at him like, okay, I see. You're like, you
Someone
can't be
like
the
you,
help here.
Mr. Dent?
Maybe. If I'm up to it.
What if Harvey Dent is the Caped Crusader?
By the way, if he was the Batman, you know for sure with that chin.
That's a chin right there.
You would know that butt chin right there.
That's a. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
you know
that's
that's
a-
Batman. You'd be like, that's not the fucking Batman. He doesn't have a butt chin.
Well, I'm sold, Dan, and I'm going to throw you a fundraiser.
That's nice of you, Bruce, but I'm not up for re-election for 3 years.
No, you don't understand. One fundraiser with my pals. You'll never need another cent.
Boom, big dicks him hard at the end there.
Yeah, see, that's like when you said, he's ruining the date. No, he's not. Harvey Dent is trying to save the city, and now he's got the king of Gotham, this guy that could buy countries.
But I think Bruce Wayne's kind of like ejected from the community in Gotham. Obviously, he like does fundraising and shit for politicians, and he kind of lobbies for people.
He is until you're a politician. You're like, well, what if I was the one that like finally got Bruce Wayne to care?
Right.
So it's like you're gonna take any opportunity you can to get like the billionaire who runs the city
Mm-hmm.
to give a shit.
Yeah.
So, and Bruce, it would just be irresponsible for Harvey to be like, hey, actually, I'm trying to have sex with your ex-girlfriend, But no. So, I mean, it's, just testing him as a man.
Yeah.
And Harvey passes up
And-
until the end.
That's why I think Harvey's the best, because you think about like what causes Christopher Nolan to pick the characters, and like what Batman characters is he going to put in the movie. He has the full creative freedom to pull any
Mhm.
character he wants into it. So pulling Two-Face into it with his chance, his whole point of his character, he like doesn't decide. It's up to chance. And he's the perfect villain to be between Batman and Joker. He's like right in the middle. Batman's morals are pure good. Joker's morals are pure chaos, pure bad. But Harvey's in the middle of just chance. He
Yeah.
will flip to either side.
Yeah.
It's all on the coin. Doesn't matter. So like him being in the middle of them two is like the perfect villain to slap into this movie, because again, he's like, he can be either or. He's not all bad. He's not doing anything with good intent at the end of the movie, but again, he will do good by not killing you. He'll spare you if you get the right coin flip.
Yeah. It's so refreshing. I feel like for a lot of diehard Batman fans to see the way that Christopher Nolan like made all of these characters very, very realistic. In a way, this could happen.
Right.
Compared to one of my favorite Batman movies is Val Kilmer. It's Batman Forever, and it's Val Kilmer. It's Tommy Lee Jones playing Two-Face, and it's Jim Carrey playing the Riddler. It's a fun movie, but it doesn't dive deep into like why these characters are as messed up as they are. And in Batman Forever, like Two-Face and the Riddler both just play the Joker essentially, like personality wise. Like they're both crazy, chaotic.
Yeah,
they're like out there and everything. So to put the Joker not only in the movie, but having the Joker be the reason that Two-Face becomes him, becomes himself, and then like two totally different, I guess, personalities of chaos, but like they end up like kind of meeting at the same destination. It was just, that was like, a lot of Batman fans were very excited about that, just to see like Two-Face is not a funny character.
Yeah, right.
Like it's
pretty fucked up.
Very, very, very messed up. That I honestly like. I forget how dark this movie really is.
It is, bro.
Like, there's some. I mean, the Joker. Just a lot of dying for like us, and we're talking like shotgun point blank range deaths.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah,
and that's a lot for a PG-13 superhero movie.
Is it PG-13? Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, PG-13.
And but then
I guess it's not gory. There's a whole lot of killing.
Right, but like when you really think about just some of the situations, like even the Joker when he gets when the hit gets put out on him and it's 500,000 for him dead, and he comes out and then he breaks the pool stick and makes the guys fight to the death to be in the gang. That's brutal. Like obviously you don't see it, but
you have to understand what he just did.
Yeah, like when you really think about like, damn, one of those guys has to get out of that room, and the way they did it was like they brutally murdered two of their coworkers. And the torture scenes. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, bro.
That's scary.
Yes,
that's scary. The Joker being in the interrogation room, just all black surrounding him, but his white and like red face. Like just kind of looking at you, almost like a demon.
Yeah.
Some type of scary thing that a child would imagine would be under their bed.
Yeah. And the choice of making the Joker not clean makeup, like Jack Nicholson's Joker, it's like very clean makeup. It's like super tight line, right? It's like all white face, no cracks in it.
Oh yeah.
It makes him scarier with his face being not perfectly put together. It's like in the Dark Knight script, Nolan writes it as sweaty makeup. It's all cracked, and he does not. He's chaotic. Ooh. He puts the face paint on, but doesn't really care how he looks. It's not clean. He's like, it's all grimy and crazy and like broken up, and the face paint's not clean because the Joker is a chaotic character.
Yeah. Well, you know that he put his own makeup on.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. That was like his. He pretty much told her, he was like he would put the makeup on, and then like if you look at his fingers, like you can like see the makeup residue in that. Yeah. And like that was a Heath Ledger choice. He was like, no makeup artist, like let me, who clearly I'm into this character.
Right. I've been living like this guy for 3 months.
Yeah. And it's like there are a lot of people that have like now over the years, because it was sensitive, because he passed away, so he can't just be talking about how into this character he was, but now people are starting to come out about like how this entire time he never dropped character. Like he would walk around on set in full Joker makeup, everything. He was doing the voice, he was laughing like that. And then in the scene where, he pretty much meets Rachel for the first time, that was that actress's first time seeing him in person. And I don't think she'd seen anything that he had done either. Like she just didn't know, she got her script. She knew Heath Ledger was the Joker, and that was it. She didn't know like what he had been acting like. She didn't know like what his scenes looked like. And so for him to come out and like grab her face and, like put a knife there, like, and like bring it in. Like, it is said, and who knows, Hollywood can be bullshit.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that. But it is said that was genuine fear. She was genuinely like very scared. At one point, she like even like looks kind of like this because she's like waiting for somebody to like yell cut.
Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan did that on purpose.
Yep.
He was like, I want there to be genuine shock,
Mm.
genuine fear.
Even Michael Caine, I think that was his first scene too. I even saw he saw him for the first time in that scene when they go to
Oh, the
party.
elevator.
Yeah, when they're in the party. Whenever same scene with Rachel.
Yeah.
Obviously Michael Caine's there because he's serving. Alfred's out there
Mhm.
serving drinks, and he was quoted saying that he's like, I mean, I didn't ever seen him act like that before, and I was actually scared. I was like, whoa, this guy's fucking going for it.
Yeah.
So he was even fearful of it. So just like that presence in the room.
Well, it
It's
also
scary.
it might not help. I mean, it helps, but when you might be hearing rumors of like, dude, like, you think Heath has lost it. Like, when he's not on set, he's just locked up in his apartment. Nobody knows what he's doing. He's not going out with the rest of the crew,
You're right.
the cast, to like go get drinks after a long day of shooting.
He's not chopping it up with Nolan between takes.
No,
And
it's just so he. As a human, you're probably thinking like this guy might actually like lose it. Like maybe he's truly like lost in the Joker, and he might actually like. Do we know if that's a prop knife anymore, or did Heath just tell Chris like, no, this is my prop knife, and it's a real knife?
Mhm.
You know, like who knows? Hollywood's crazy. A lot of crazy people.
I mean, people get shot on set.
People get shot on set nowadays. It's not safe.
It's not safe out there in Hollywood.
No,
It's dirty, grimy. That's why we're
It's-
making shit in Austin, Texas, baby.
that's right. But it's just, and it's tough to honestly like do a podcast episode on a movie like this because there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's everything about it is great.
It's just like the perfect movie. I mean, just the perfect movie. Perfect casting.
It's the perfect movie, even down to like the details. Like one thing I noticed in this, I'll even pull it up right here. It's whenever after Harvey Dent gets his head burned half off,
yeah.
and the Batman's there at the scene of where the explosion was, and he's standing right here.
Where
He pick-
Rachel died. Yeah.
It's actually where Rachel died. Yes, and he picks up Harvey Dent's coin.
Gotham no longer needed Batman.
He picks it
We
up,
could
he's
be
holding it.
together. I
He looks at
meant
the burn
it.
side first, and then flips it over to
But
the
now
good
I'm
side, the
sure
clean
day
side.
won't come when
Symbolizing, okay, I'll say this. Let me say this first. Okay. So there's that scene. And then you cut over to, let me see if I can find it real quick. To whenever Harvey Dent picks
It's
it up.
darkest before dawn.
What?
That's what he says.
Yes. But so I don't think I can find it. But so, okay. So you see in that scene, the Batman takes it, dark side, flips it over to the light side. But when Harvey Dent picks up his coin, he picks it up light side up first and turns it over to the dark side.
Yeah.
Because the Joker, because I guess if you think about it, Harvey Dent and the Batman are essentially the same, going for the same goal, same side of the fight. They are,
And they both lost their love.
and they're both sacrificing for Gotham. They're sacrificing their image for Gotham. Like Bruce Wayne is obviously being Batman, taking the punches, the heat, getting in the dirt, fighting these criminals. Harvey Dent's willing to sacrifice his reputation by saying he's the Batman to protect what the Batman stands for in Gotham, so that way Batman can still work. And after they find out Harvey Dent's not the Batman can still be a good force in Gotham. And so the Joker is there. That's why the Joker's so good, because he, like, every character in the movie, the Joker forces them to do something. Like, he's forcing them to change. Like, every single character, he affects them. Except for some of the side characters, but like the main characters in the movie, Gary Oldman, as Commissioner Gordon, Batman, and Harvey Dent, he forces them to do things. And so with the Joker's torment and what he's doing to Gotham, him killing Rachel, it's the exact... Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent, whenever Rachel dies, they both feel the exact same way. But it's about who is strong enough to endure this pain. Like Alfred says, you need to endure this. And so the Batman, through the pain, he sees the darkness, but he decides to flip it to the light side. Perfectly symbolized in this scene right here with this little coin flip. But Harvey Dent, he remembers the good, but feels the bad. And now he decides to fall into the villain category. So just that, like, Christopher Nolan, he's like little bitty details, bro. It's fucking perfect. The movie's perfect. Every single shot is fucking perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I'm kind of thinking about is, the Batman, his whole idea is like he can pretty much do everything by himself. Now, he appreciates like the help of Commissioner Gordon. He appreciates that like a Harvey Dent is like made his presence known and that like he's really trying to make things happen. But Harvey Dent, he really doesn't trust anybody. And then it ends up being right. Like he really couldn't trust anybody because trusting Commissioner Gordon's team, who he kept saying like, your people are dirty.
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna backfire on us because and you know, you're thinking the whole movie like, well, no, Commissioner Gordon's a good guy. Like whoever he has on his team, they're good. It's not true. It ends up being like Harvey Dent ends up being completely right. He gets fucked over because of Commissioner Gordon's people being
Right.
corrupted.
All the dirty cops.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, so at that point he's like I did everything. I trusted the people that I thought I could.
Supported Batman.
Yeah,
Became Batman to
Yeah.
protect Batman.
and I still lost it all.
yeah.
So I was like, how could you not? How could you not? I mean,
Well, you think about it, like if, again, going back to the honesty in this movie, like that's what makes it so good is like, that is how most people would go. Batman
Yeah.
is a superhero, not because he's a good fighter, because he has all the gadgets and shit. Obviously, that makes him super, but he's a hero because he's willing to always dig his heels into the morals of what he knows is right. Despite what happens, Rachel dies, Joker's fucking crazy, the Joker's killing in the Batman's name. The Batman can stop the killing if he just turns himself in. Probably not the case. Joker probably still get after it, but that's kind of like what the premise is here in the movie. But despite that, Batman endures.
just a loner.
Harvey Dent can't endure. But even so, he is a loner. But going back to the Joker causing the characters to do things, he pretty much like opens Batman up to a team by working with Harvey, working more with Gordon,
Yeah,
like opening up, realizing that he can't defeat the Joker alone. He kind of needs like this crew. He needs to use Harvey Dent's image. He needs to use
it
what
is
he can.
really cool to see them work as a team.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's an interesting way to like go about a Batman movie.
Yeah, and it's even more interesting because it comes about naturally through the Joker. The Batman wouldn't, if the Batman just decided to team up with them, it wouldn't be as cool probably because it's just like, okay, I guess he does team up with the crew. It'd be cool seeing him work with everybody, but like because the Joker like forces their hand to like have to make Batman work with the team, then it makes it even more like meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a brutal movie. I saw this in theaters when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I remember, you know, walking out. My mom was like, "Are you okay? Are you
Yeah.
gonna have nightmares?"
8 years old, watch this movie is crazy.
It is. It is crazy.
PG-13, your mom's a cool mom.
Cool mom. But no, but I mean, again, it's a superhero movie. You're not thinking it's gonna be this dark. It was just the messed up movie.
It is a
Messed
messed
up
movie.
circumstances and
But it's so good because, like, again, I mean, the
A lot of
ending,
killing.
like, a lot of killing. Love killing. the ending's great because, you know, watching Batman kind of make the ultimate sacrifice there, like, tarnishing his name,
yeah.
becoming the villain in the people's eyes because he knows that's what's best for Gotham. He's willing to sacrifice that. He's the fucking greatest. But Batman is easily the greatest superhero.
He's the coolest.
Easily. He's the most complex. He's the most, like, because he's just a normal dude doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, most other superheroes, like, they have like a sense of humor.
Batman's
Or, like,
kind of got one.
He does the, you know, like,
Him and Alfred are
Well,
always good quips. They got a great chemistry together.
yeah. Not at the end of this one though. All the jokes are gone.
Yeah. Batman just sailing through the streets
Yeah.
of Gotham as the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because I'm Batman.
Yeah. That voice is crazy.
That is funny. It's a little funny hearing Christian Bale do like the fake voice.
Well, especially when he starts mouth breathing, like
Yeah.
kind of at the end.
Yes, bro. At the end,
Yeah.
let's pull that up. At the end is a little corny there at the end.
Right here.
Yeah.
Ready to die, hero. God needs its true hero.
Turning the face over, more symbolism there.
It's such a powerful scene too, but it really is.
You either die, hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Dude, that is straight the college humor voice. That is literally it.
Just like the
You live yourself, see long enough to become the villain. So breathy.
I can do those things.
Because, like, I love what they did with the DC movies with the Batman with Ben Affleck, having the voice be like he has an
Yeah.
altering thing, so it makes it believable that his voice is different. But him just like deciding, like, whenever I'm Batman, I'm gonna talk like this because I'm Batman.
it's more interesting. Like at this point, you know, like he's been shot. You know, he's truly like he's just tired. He just fell off a building. So
He's also
this is Batman in pain.
It's
this
also
is what his
Batman.
voice sounds
It's
like.
also Batman who was just forced to kill somebody for the first time. He kills Two-Face.
Yeah.
Like he had to kill. The Joker made him realize like sometimes you have to break this code. Sometimes Harvey Dent went into chaos. Like he's not in it for money anymore. Like the Joker the Joker successfully corrupted Harvey Dent to becoming exactly like the Joker is, with no morals, just wants chaos. He doesn't want the money anymore. So now he's essentially the Joker.
Whoa.
Now the Batman realizes with this kind of people, you have to kill them.
I'm just now realizing that he definitely killed him.
I think that's why he's so breathy, because he's crying.
No, I can't believe I've never picked up on this.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, in this movie, he has saved. Does it happen twice in this movie where he like kind of saves somebody falling? Or well, no, it doesn't matter. He saves Rachel falling off from a building.
Yep.
And saves her.
Yep.
Like she is alive.
Yep.
And he tackles him off of a building. So you know he's more than capable of making sure that Harvey doesn't die.
He's also saving two people at that time, though, too. He might have to pick and choose.
Okay, yeah.
He's saving Gordon's boy.
Yeah. That's right. Still, that's an interesting. I don't know how I've never really like thought about that. Like
They don't make like a very clean, open point, but like when you see it, you're like,
well,
obviously
in a
Batman
way,
killed him.
In a way, he does kill him because the city just at this point, last thing they need is to see Harvey Dent has become like one of the villains.
Yeah, that's why the ending is so fucking good. Because
that's why it's so messed up. I can't believe I never really thought like he did break his rule. He did break his rule.
Batman made the ultimate sacrifice for his character at the end of this movie by realizing he has to kill this type of person to protect Gotham, and also to lie about this guy's image to make him seem like he's the best he can be, and tarnishing his image. The ultimate sacrifice, turning Batman the one light of hope inside of Gotham right now. Like the Batman could take the glory and be like, I'm the savior now, but he's like, no, we need like an actual honest man. Because like the Batman's kind of controversial in Gotham. People think he's like a vigilante that should get arrested. Some people think he should be some people agree that he's a superhero and is doing the right things in Gotham. So Batman decides to become the villain so that way he can save Gotham.
Damn. Never realized until just now that he did break his rule.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
The Joker, man, causes you to... The Joker's just the perfect Batman. He's the complete opposite of Batman. Batman's serious. Batman's brutal. Batman's dark.
Sucks we lost Heath Ledger, man. He was supposed to be in the third one.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He had to be. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, yeah, because I was not thinking deeply about this. I just surface level thought this. Is like, why did they put the Joker in the third one? Well, obviously, because Heath Ledger died.
But it really sucks to think. Because, I mean, The Dark Knight Rises, great end of the trilogy. It's a great movie. But then you really like what would Christopher Nolan have done?
With Bane? I wonder if he would have gone the Bane route.
No. It was going to be Bane.
Always?
Yeah. I say that as if I know that. But, like, Christopher Nolan was going to bring in a new villain. It wasn't just going to be the Joker again.
Yeah.
But I think it would have had more to do with like the Joker, like when the city's pretty much at war and he like frees all the people from prison.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would have utilized the Joker then.
Yeah.
And that would have been nuts.
Yeah, I feel like
Joker would have somehow killed Bane.
Yeah.
Somehow would have turned Bane against whatever he believed in.
Dude, that would have been crazy if the
know.
Joker was in the third one.
Could have been. Well, I mean, he, they kind of hinted at it. Honestly, look this up. He changed something in this movie after Heath passed. I think there was I think there was something that they shot in this movie. And I could just be pulling this out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure I saw that like there's a scene in this movie that like they just had to delete because it was hinting at like Heath's character.
Okay,
coming
that makes
back.
sense.
But then, after it's all said and done, you can't.
Yeah,
it's gone.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't see anything. I have to dig in here.
Sucks.
That would make sense though. He would, because I mean, the Joker's hint was dropped at the end of Batman Begins, correct?
Yes.
There's like a playing card.
Yeah, there's a card. Yeah, there's a new guy on the block, pretty much.
Yeah.
But even in this one, he says, like, I think me and you are destined to be...
Do this
with
forever.
Yeah, do this forever.
And they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like
That's also just paying homage to, like, the Batman. Because there's no Batman without the Joker.
No.
In any, like, universe, pretty much.
You ever watch The Killing Joke?
No. What is that?
It's a cartoon about the Batman, and it's a rated R cartoon movie about the Joker and Batman. The Killing Joke, and it's about how I don't even know. Let me see. I haven't seen it in a minute. Isaac was a big dude. That one of our buddies.
Nice.
Just told me to watch this. The Batman Killing Joke is a 1988 DC comic. Oh.
Okay, so how rated R could it really be?
Yeah. Sorry. Batman the Killing Joke is a 1988 DC comic one-shot graphic novel featuring the characters. What a fucking shitty description. That just tells you. Okay. God damn it. Go back.
Does he kill the Joker at the end?
I think it's actually. As Batman hunts for the escaped Joker, the clown prince of crime attacks the Gordon family to prove a diabolical point mirroring his own fall into madness.
Rated R.
It's disturbing though, bro. It's scary. Like it's a very dark take on this.
I'll watch it.
You should. It's good.
I will.
That's a great Batman movie. The Killing Joke. It really dives into the Joker and Batman's relationship.
Yeah.
Because again, they're the perfect, like I was saying, Batman's dark and serious. Joker's funny, clown, bright colored.
He is funny in this movie.
He's
messed up as what he's doing is, like, he is funny.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Heath Ledger brings like this.
Just like I don't know.
He has like this finesse too. The Joker's got some finesse. Heath Ledger brings like this finesse about the Joker.
Yeah.
It's like he's always kind of smooth while he's being kind of weird. With his like little tongue licks he always has. Like he's like, that makes him unpredictable. Like you don't really know what he's like a snake serpent slithering about the fucking weeds. Like, you don't know. He's always like fucking doing shit with his tongue.
Yeah.
You didn't like my.
The audience will.
There we go. Audio listeners.
Yeah.
All right. What do you rate it?
9.
I think it's time for me to stop being a pussy about these ratings and give some of these movies the rating they deserve. 10.
Wow.
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
As a Batman movie, as a superhero movie, you can't get any better than this.
As a movie, you can't get any better than this.
And yeah, exactly.
But yeah, superhero regardless, like this is just a good movie.
It is. I just love the way that they just hit everything perfectly fits the story. Every character, every decision, every line of dialogue, every scene, it all forms into like what the story is about, and it all wraps perfectly together at the end with the Batman making the ultimate sacrifice. Just beautiful. Literally, bro. Because like if you kind of think about it, the beginning of the movie is kind of slower. There's no action. Then it really picks up. It really picks up at the end. It really picks. It's interesting. I'm not saying it's boring, but it's like not a lot of action. Yeah, that's cool. With the yeah, that's a great opening scene with a Joker.
Oh, that's just up there. That's like one of the greatest opening scenes ever.
Because it just shows you exactly who this Joker character is.
Yeah,
he lies, tricks you. You don't even know which character he is until the very end.
Yeah,
people are talking about the Joker while he's in the car.
Yeah,
he's just sitting there being quiet, playing everybody, kills everybody, and then I love the smoke grenade in the guy's mouth. The manager, the mob boss, bank manager.
That's pretty much the laughing gas.
Yeah,
Chris, he slipped it in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
great
okay,
movie.
10. Wow,
10, bro. My first 10 ever
I mean, I'm not gonna argue.
on the show, at least.
No,
I got a couple more 10s if we do a few other movies. I think
I'm sure now that you've compromised.
I did.
Now
I
that you
totally went back.
folded.
I folded, bro.
Yeah,
I just can't. I can't. Not giving this a 10 is, in my eyes, is like, how can you not? It's a 9 out of 10 on IMDb. That's pretty crazy.
like I said, dude. Everybody collectively, it was just a good time for everybody when this movie came out. Damn, they really got it right.
They did, bro.
That's what we've been wanting.
The Dark Knight is number 3 on the IMDb top 250. Number 3. The third greatest ranked movie on IMDb.
Damn.
Shawshank's number 1. Godfather's number 2. Godfather Part 2 is underneath The Dark Knight at number 4.
Wow.
Nolan, dude. That guy's insane, dude. Christopher Nolan.
Talk about a run.
Seriously. We need to watch more of his movies on this show. This is our first Nolan movie besides Oppenheimer. That doesn't really count as us picking a Nolan movie because that was a new one. Obviously, we're gonna watch it because it's Christopher Nolan clearly, but we haven't picked one just to do.
He's got a lot.
A lot of good ones. Inception.
Yeah, he's got
Interstellar
he's
just
got
came
some
to
that
IMAX.
like aren't even crazy popular either, but I'm sure they're great.
Yeah. He's just one of those guys that's so meticulous about his writing.
Have you ever seen Memento?
No. I know it's crazy.
I saw it. It's a lot.
It's like goes and like it's told backwards.
No, not even that. It's the guy in the movie like has this like thing in his brain where like every like 7 minutes he forgets where he's at. He forgets everything.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to solve the case of like his dead wife.
Mm.
But like every 7 minutes he's like, "Who am I? Who are you? What am I?" My wife is
isn't it
murdered.
in the whole twist like it's backwards? Like you realize you're watching the movie
I don't
backwards?
know. It was one of those movies. Like you gotta, because clearly it was done right. Christopher Nolan was happy with the movie, but it's kind of hard to follow. It is.
Yeah.
And like I
mean,
was laughing,
Tenet
you know,
is so hard to follow.
we can't even do an episode on that yet because I still don't understand it.
No.
But no, Memento, like it just shout out to Christopher Nolan for having the balls to make that and like get it approved by Hollywood. You know,
Yeah.
like, it's just
With The Dark Knight, it's just cool seeing one of the greatest filmmakers alive go for a superhero movie. And like actually, and kill it. Like actually dive into like what is the philosophies and thoughts and humanity behind these characters, and like actually let's put it out there on the screen. Let's not just do a bunch of big explosions and a bunch of bullshit for like the spectacle. Like let's actually dive into
let's show
who
what
these people are.
Let's show what the Joker believes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's pull the best out of Batman and the worst.
Yeah, let's just go on a Christopher Nolan run.
Let's do it. I'll be down to watch like Interstellar next because it just hopped on IMAX. I think today. They're filming this.
We'll look into it.
All right.
Look into it.
You got any final thoughts on The Dark Knight?
Rachel.
10. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Comment below your thoughts on The Dark Knight. Let us know why you believe this is one of the greatest movies of all time, or tell us why we are completely wrong. That'll be cool too.
Doubt it.
Yeah. Does anybody hate this movie?
Haven't met anybody that doesn't like this movie.
Well, anyways, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we will see y'all next week. We are out.